November 2018 and January 2019, we had our campaign Nigeria Votes, where we sought to educate voters as well as engage the different stakeholders. That campaign saw us partner with Osasu for the conference, partner with Youngsters Foundation for the National Peace Accord and the National Peace Walk that held in February. It also took us to communities where we went to engage them. Now, finally, we observed election through our partnership with Center for Democracy and Development, amongst others. Generally, we observed that most people who had their PVCs were eager to come out and vote. Despite the distances, we noticed that those who were mobile helped those who were on foot down to their polling units. We also noticed the eagerness of the electorate to patiently wait till they cast their votes. Going forward and lessons learned, INEC has released its reports, and our partner, the lead, CDD, have released their reports. Other observers too, the EU, they've all released, and those are reports that will be used by INEC on the reform. So our official stance is as released by CDD in March of this year, after the elections. Thank you.
Yeah, that was that in some parts of the country, the campaign was not as vibrant as it was in places like in Abuja, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt. So, the plan in the next election, by the grace of God, is to support states where we found out that the campaign wasn't as vibrant as it ought to be. As in, to carry that point. For instance, we'd observe that the elections that were held in Abuja were pretty calm and peaceful compared to other states. That is probably as a result of the intense campaign that was held for that election prior to it. So, it's part of our plan in 2022-2023 election to reinforce in other states that campaign to reduce the violence when it comes to elections. Thank you.
We should understand that YALI is no partisan, no support of any political group, any religion, or any tribe. I also mentioned that, I believe that earlier said correctly, that we have resources online on the site where we hope that interested persons will be able to also groom themselves. Thirdly, we have partnerships with reliable organizations through which our members are also able to improve themselves. So organizations like YAGA, they're not partisan, but they have regular programs that encourage, and we partnered with them for the multi-year to rule. CDD that I mentioned earlier too, non-partisan, was involved in the election observation and who took a good number of our members on trainings. So these are all different ways we try to groom, but we do not finance or sponsor any political aspirants, and nobody campaigns on the YALI platform. We maintain that neutrality across all our hubs and across all other YALI hubs in Africa. So we can encourage you, but we cannot campaign. At the last elections, we had members who contested, but they were not allowed to vote, to campaign on YALI platform. And we did not campaign for them on YALI, as YALI. No. So we leave that for you individually as a group and participate.
The committee right now, we've made huge efforts to have everything documented for our successors next year. We have laid down the blueprint for how the summit should be held annually. We intend for it to be followed. We've made partnerships with different people, different partners, and we want to sustain, we intend to sustain that relationship to make things easier for the next set. Then, talking about youth inclusion, we have tried as much as possible to include as many youths as we can, and we should note that we have to fund this summit ourselves. We have to raise funds for it, and so there is a limited number of youths that can be taken, and it happens with other summits as well, even international summits, World Youth Summits, Youth Assembly. The delegates are screened, participants are screened. So I believe most of us knew the process for registering for the summit. The registration link was up for the participants and for also the delegates. After which the delegates and participants were screened and we got our attendance for the summit. And I think that is the regular process for any event of this nature. Thank you.
These campaigns are being done to the best of our ability. Now, there's one thing about campaigns that I know for sure. That's the fact that there are sometimes when you start a campaign and it might not end with you, but continuity and persistence brings it to fruition. So let's also understand the fact that that's why there's need for change in leadership and continuity in purpose. So like we also have partnership that we did last year. We had a partnership with Osasu in Edion at the NAF Conference Center, which hammered on calling on leaders and electorates and also leaders, and to make sure that there was a synergy between what the electorates wanted and also what the leaders were willing to offer. And we called, we brought so many very respected leaders in the country, such as the Amechi himself, and then the governor of Abia State, and Senator Dino was also there, and also we had our former coordinator who was also there. And through that means, we brought a platform for both groups to meet, and then from there, solutions have been brought out by electorates, and also there was a compromise from those who could meet up the needs of those who were going to elect them to offices. And I believe that based on what happened last year, for this year, now the budget is going to be approved, and then there's going to be like a handover of into the new government. There's going to be other campaigns that are going to help to support the need of electorates and make sure that these needs are being met within the division of YALI as a body. Thank you.
The question of voter education. The question